Last week there was a girl murdered in the city where I'm currently staying. She was brutally beaten to death in a city park by presumably a gang of street punks. The police are still investigating and don't haven't found any suspects yet. Here's hoping they do and those people get punished to the full extent of the law. Out of out of grief and heartache and anguish, friends of this girl set up memorial pages on Facebook for her, where her friends and strangers could post their condolences for the family and friends of this girl who was brutally murdered. Yet there's these inhuman jackals who troll these kind of memorial pages. They do it here on YouTube too. I've seen memorial pages with that have beautiful memorial videos that are, and like every other comment is some disgusting comment from some sick person saying "I'm glad you're dead" and blah blah blah, and all these hideous, heartless things. You know what? All I have to say to these people is stop and think for a minute. How would you feel if it was someone close to you who died tragically or died after a terrible illness, and you put up a beautiful memorial video or a memorial page on Facebook, and people came and did that to you, posted grotesque photos of murder victims, posted disgusting pictures with captions like "You're dead, you deserve it." How would they feel? But then I bet they probably wouldn't feel anything anyways, because there is no goodness in people like that. They get their jollies, they get their pleasure. It gives them a hard on to watch other people suffer. They don't care about the people that they're hurting. They don't care about the pain they're causing to the people who knew that particular person. There is such a thing as free speech, but there's also common decency. You don't get a right to be indecent to someone after they've died, just simply because you feel like you want to be a jerk. I mean, it's just simple, basic human decency is what these people lack. They're jackals. I can't even describe how disgusted I was to see a report on my local news about this. The people posting this stuff should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. There is nothing good about any person who does things like that. Even if it was if it's someone who I didn't like very much, if it was someone who I hated in my community who died, I would still show them, their family, the basic respect of giving them, my sympathies. That's basic human respect and decency for other people. And it blows my mind to think that people actually think acting like this is acceptable in some way. It's cool to troll memorial pages or memorial videos on YouTube just simply because in their sick, warped minds, making fun of dead people and saying horrible things designed to inflict pain on the survivors of that those people leave behind. And it's beyond words. It's absolutely beyond words. But I mean, it's absolutely beyond words and despicable that these people do this, and they think they get their jollies from it. It's funny. I'm being funny. Funny, 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 funny. No, my message to these people is simple. You have the right to free speech. That's fine. But don't be an ass. Don't speak ill of the dead, especially when you didn't know that person. The same, taking this kind of thing to its logical conclusion, we have groups like the Westboro Baptist Church, those wretched, vile monsters from Kansas, who go to military funerals and protest and say awful, horrible, disgusting, despicable things, and they talk about how the soldiers are being punished for fighting for their countries and things like that. That's the logical conclusion of this. And to be totally honest, I sincerely hope the U.S. Supreme Court rules against them and they're forced to sign over their deeds to all their property. Because that is the final result of this kind of disgusting, vile, wretched behavior. Is people are desecrating the memories of other people just simply because they're selfish, arrogant, stupid, narrow-minded fools who get their kicks, and they do it for attention by acting like this. It's utterly and completely and unbelievably revolting to see this going on. And there's no reason for it. But these memorial page trolls who think that what they do is funny and think that what they're doing is cool need to really stop and get half a clue and think. Think about what you're doing. Think about the people you're hurting. You may not know them, but you're still hurting them. It's no different than walking up to someone in the street and punching them in the face, or going to a funeral and heckling the pallbearers. It's the same kind of diseased thinking. And if we're going to go anywhere as a society and progress any further into the 21st century and grow and develop as a good society, this kind of thing needs to be stomped out. It used to be people within a community, if somebody died, even if that person was not particularly liked, the people of the community still showed simple, basic respect for that person and their families and their family. To show that little respect for the pain of other people shows to me that these people who troll memorial pages on Facebook and memorial videos here on YouTube seriously, truly, and honestly need to A, get a life, and B, find a more constructive hobby than screwing around with other people's feelings.